Hi, everyone. I'm so sorry about our bad connection today. I appreciate you guys getting right back in and trying and trying. And I feel like we gave it a good try a few times and it was still kicking me out. A lot of you weren't able to see or hear me. So today in our benchmark booklet, our characters booklet, we actually have no story. So we're going to just kind of go away from our benchmark for today. And the YouTube video for today will just have our math lesson. So I'm going to work on an example, actually 3 examples from our sheet that looks like this. You do not have this sheet. You will be working in your black math workbook, and we're going to work on lesson 9-3. So the examples I am going to share, you can just observe. Let me grab my ladybug. You can just observe. If you want to write these examples down in your journal, you can. But if you just want to watch and kind of hear how to work out these steps before we get to our other sheet, you can. So I wrote down my poem in these 3 boxes to remind me and you of the steps we take when there is either more on top, more on the floor, or if numbers are the same. I have sent you a message with these 3 pieces in your Seesaw messages. So if you want to ever go back to that, it is right in there. So this example is going to be an example of more on top. This one will be an example of more on the floor. And this one will be an example of numbers the same. So when we are looking for more on top, more on the floor, or if the numbers are the same, we're looking at the ones place, the ones place. So if I look at 8 and 3, I'm going to ask myself, is there more on top, more on the floor, or are the numbers the same? Here, there is more on top. So then I do what it says. No need to stop. I'm just going to go 8 minus 3 is 5. 5 minus nothing is 5. I did not regroup because I did not have to use the boxes up here. Here, we're going to have an example of more on top, more on the floor. 9 is bigger than 2. More on the floor, that means we go next door and get 10 more. So we make this 2 be 10 more, like the poem says. We're going to make it be 12. We add 10 to 2. 10 plus 2 is 12. We got that 10 from this 10 side, so we need to make this 4 be a 3. We make it be 1 less because it's a whole 10 we're taking. And then we just subtract. 12 minus 9 is 3. 3 minus nothing is 3. Did we regroup? Yes, we did. And then the last one is an example of numbers the same, zeros the game. So if I have 7 and I take away 7, my answer is going to be 0. I don't need to use my boxes up here because there's no need to regroup. I didn't have to make this 7 be a 17. I have enough. I have 7, I take away 7. I just end up with 0. 4 minus nothing is 4. And this would be another no regroup because we don't have to use those boxes. Okay, so once again, you don't have this sheet, so you get to either write this in your journal or just having seen it and understood it is good enough there. We're going to go to this sheet now. I'm on the side that says reteaching 9-3. So we have the example up here of 27 minus 3. So this one, if I look at 7 and 3, there's more on top. No need to stop. 7 minus 3 is 4. 2 minus nothing is 2. Did I regroup? Nope. All right, here's another example. More on top, that's a 2. More on the floor, that's a 6. Yep, there's more on the floor. 6 is bigger. So we're going to go next door and get 10 more. My 2 is now a 12, which makes that 4 be 1 less, which is 3. And then we're going to go 12 minus 6. It's a doubles, 6. 3 minus nothing is 3. Did we regroup? Yes, we did. We had to go next door and get 10 more. Okay, we'll do a few more examples here on the bottom. So I'm going to look at my ones place, more on top or more on the floor. There's more on top. No need to stop. 5 minus 4 is 1. 2 minus nothing is 2. Okay, I'm going to look at my 1 and my 8. Is there more on top or more on the floor? 8 is bigger, right? So that means there's more on the floor. Let's go next door and get 10 more. That 1 is now 11. 10 more. And that 4 is 1 less. 3. 11 minus 8 is 3. And 3 minus nothing is 3. So here 5 and 7. 5, more on top, more on the floor. There's more on the floor. So let's go next door and get 10 more. So 5 is now a 15. We're going to make our 6 be 1 less, which is 5. 15 minus 7 is 8, right? And near doubles. 5 minus nothing is 5. So we have 58 as our answer there. And then here we have 8 and 9. Is there more on top or more on the floor? Here, there's more on the floor. It's just 1 more, but it is more. So we're going to go next door and get 10 more. So our 8 becomes an 18. 7 becomes a 6. So we have 18 minus 9. Oh, so sorry. It gave me a little bad connection message. So sorry about that. I'm going to go back to share my screen and just repeat that last one in case you missed it. Sorry about that. So I was just doing this one here. So we had more on the floor. So I made the 8 be an 18. The 7 became a 6, which gave me 69. The very last one is journal. It says write a subtraction problem that needs regrouping. So you can make up any subtraction problem. The only rule is that it has to be one that follows the poem part of more on the floor, go next door and get 10 more. So your number in the bottom has to be bigger than the one on the top. So it can be, if you want this to be a 3, this number has to be a 2 or a 1. So I'll make mine be a 1. And then you can pick any number here. Maybe I'll pick a 6. 61 minus 3. And then you just subtract it. So we're regrouping. More on the floor, go next door and get 10 more. 1 is now 11. The 6 is a 5. 11 minus 3 is 8. And 5 minus nothing is 5. So it's okay if you take this example, but if you want to make up your own, again, just make sure you're in your ones place that your bottom number is bigger than the top number. And then it'll follow that regrouping part. So the back side, you'll get to try on your own. You have a few problems to work out there. Use your poem. If you need to go into your Seesaw messages to get to your poem, you can. But eventually it's going to get engraved in your head and you're going to know it by memory. So finish this. I'm going to go into our messages just to remind you of your homework. Let me go in here. Seesaw messages. I just hope it doesn't kick me out while I try to get you here. So if you go to your inbox, your messages, you will see today's homework. Delete. I don't know what that is. Okay, so here is just my message I just sent earlier here about a bad connection day. Sorry, I'm going to have a YouTube video, which is the one I'm making now for a math lesson. So again, check your clever messages in case you have any assignments that you need to catch up on. December prompt, remember that if you haven't done any typing and you're having trouble with typing, just write it in your journal and don't take a picture of it. I will collect them next week sometime, either in your drawer or I'll collect it in person. Do your math quick check for the lesson 9-3 that we just went over and finish that practice side from your workbook. Practice your Spanish, do I ready reading of 20 minutes and your extra math online. And lastly, a music lesson. All right, friends. Well, once again, I'm so sorry. Thank you for sticking with me. Have a great rest of your Thursday, and I will see you tomorrow. I hope much better than today. Have a great day.